Hey guys, what is up? Still trying to find a new spot for my video vlogs. But I think I'm going to get a desk soon, and we're selling the lockers that are in my room that I was using for signed books, and we're moving them. So I don't remember. Oh, I put my signed books on my Chester's cage, or whatever you want to call that big box, his terrarium. Put the signed books I own up there, and we're gonna be moving the lockers soon, so I'll have room for a desk again. As you know, the desk I have now is taken up by Chester. He has this big box now. He has a mansion of a house, and he's enjoying it. He's been chilling. I feel like he's a little depressed because of the new scenery. He hasn't really been moving too much, but that might be a good sign, because a lot of people say when tortoises are like marching around the cage, 24/7, that's a bad sign. So him chilling, I think, is it could be a good sign, it could be a bad sign. I've heard so many mixed reviews, but overall I think Chester's doing great. I think he likes his new place, and yeah, so we will get into these books. This is a book mail video. I got quite a few books here. I don't know how many books I got in total, because one is a box from my friend, and I have no idea what he sent me. All I did was open the box up so you guys don't see me struggle with it on video. And luckily he put everything in a bag, so I don't know what he sent me yet. But before we get to my friend's books, we will talk about the books I got in the mail recently. I will start with this book, which is Henry Clement's The Hearse. This one's not in too bad of condition. This is obviously not the original book, The Hearse. I don't know what the original paperback looked like. But this is the book that inspired... Oh, it says it's a first printing, but you know what? Now I don't know if this is... Now I'm confused. Was this a book before it was a movie, or was it a movie before it was a book? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this was a book before it was a movie, because I believe it's an adaptation. The movie was an adaptation, but it says a first printing, and it has pictures of the movie, so it kind of confuses me a little bit. Oh, okay, the back says that this is a book based on the movie. So it is not a movie adaptation. It was this is a book adaptation. It doesn't matter. Either way, I'm very excited to read The Hearse by Henry Clement. The movie looked very interesting. It's about this lady who gets chased by a hearse, which reminds me a lot of Christine. So I can't wait to read this very short book. This book is 213 pages long. Yeah, 213 pages long. So very quick read. Can't wait to get into that. Now this next book, I'm a little disappointed by the condition it's in. Lula's over there trying to close the door. She has certain spots that she likes to lay in, or maybe she's trying to open the door. I don't know. Anyways, I'm very disappointed in the condition this book is in, but it's Headhunter by Michael Slade. I tried for like an eternity to try to find the paperback version, but I just settled with the hardback. I believe it either said it was in acceptable condition or good condition, and I think it was good condition, but it's not in great condition. I would read you the synopsis, but there's a great big tear in it, so I'll read you the synopsis when I can. I'll maybe end the video soon and go back and read the synopsis. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, this one I got because there's a sequel that I own called what was it called? Ghoul by Michael Slade, and it comes after this book. And it's not technically a series, but if you read this book first, you will have a better understanding for the second book. I wouldn't know because I haven't read the books yet, but I ended up getting this hardback version, which is over 400 pages long. It looks like it is 447. Let me check here. I believe it's 447. Epilogue. Okay, kind of goes on for a little bit longer than that. Okay, it is 457 pages long, but it's in horrible condition. So it's very. I'm either gonna check and see what I might. Maybe I didn't. It was one of those eBays that they just posted a cover of the book. They didn't actually post what the book looked like, you know, that they were selling. But I believe it said good condition, and this is definitely not good condition. So I'm a little ticked off, but in the end, I read it just so I can read it to read Ghoul, which I own, which is in great condition. Maybe if I can find the original Headhunter paperback book, I would like to get that one, because obviously this is a terrible condition, but it's a good reading copy, I guess. I'll take the dust jacket off, even though it's already crummy, and I'll read it like that. But that's Headhunter, and I showed you the hearse. And then the last thing I have here before I get into my friend's box is Don't Fuck with the Coloreds by Andre Duza. I probably should cover that up. I'm sorry about that. Or I should probably cover all this up. Yeah, other than the attractive black lady on the cover, I got this book signed by the author. He has great handwriting. That is incredible handwriting right there. It says, Nick, beware the coloreds. And then it says Andre Duza. So that is really, really cool. He gave me his ebook for free, but I wanted to support him more, and I asked if he, because I do this with most authors, and if I have the money, I'll purchase it. So, yeah, I had the money at the time, and I purchased it. And I might be doing that with another person's book, but I didn't have the money at the time. I think she's selling signed copies for like $20. So I couldn't do that, but, I am thinking about reading this one very soon. Again, sorry if that offends anyone, but yeah, Don't Fuck with the Coloreds by Andre Duza. I hate that I have to cover this up. Let me read the back to you guys. When the cops were called to Harrington House Retirement Center, they had no idea the madness that awaited them. The Coloreds were there. Creatures born from animated television who do not follow the rules of reality or morality. Hell-bent on mischief and cruelty, the Coloreds have massacred those unlucky enough to encounter them. For the police now stuck in the nightmare, there may be no way out. From one of the most creative and innovative authors in modern horror comes the insane story of Technicolor terror, violence, and LSD. So that is Don't Fuck with the Coloreds. It's signed by Andre Duza, and I'm very happy to own that. And now we are down to the big conclusion, which is the box from my friend. He told me he didn't send that many books, and I don't mind. I don't care. I'm just happy that he sent me books, period. But let me check what's in here. First, there is a letter, it looks like. Thanks for being a cool friend. Maybe I shouldn't read this out loud. I'll read this, and if it's anything personal, I'll cut it out. Alright, that's awesome. It's awesome. I don't know if he wants me to read that out loud now that I think about it, so I'm not going to read it out loud, but it's very touching. I liked it a lot. And now we shall come to these books. So first we have Blessed Are the Wicked by Stephen A. LaChance. That's a cool name. A terrifying sequel to The Uninvited. Huh. I'm gonna have to read this, but I have to read the... I wonder if The Uninvited is in here too. Yep, The Uninvited is in here too. So, this cool series. Let me push the box over for a second so I can show you guys. The Uninvited, which is the first in the series, and then Blessed Are the Wicked. I've never heard of these books before, but I'm very... oh, and it also is with another author. So, both books have two different authors, but it's by Stephen LaChance. And then the first one's with Laura Long Helbig, and then the second one is with Shannon N. Lusk. The true story of the Union Screaming House. Oh, that's pretty interesting. A true story. And then this is the terrifying sequel to that book. So, yeah, I think I'm holding it up the wrong way, but whatever. That's awesome. That is awesome. Can't wait to read those. Alright, next, I'm just gonna take all these books out. And, yep, that's it. Alright, so let me check out these books. Michael Lamio. Lamio. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Fires Rising. Wow. What is this? Let me read this back to you guys. And then we will, talk about it a little bit. This is actually a really long back. So, actually, I changed my mind. It is in great condition, y'all. Look at that. The spine is not broken at all. Leisure Horror. That's really cool. This is a book I don't have. That is awesome. I'm guessing it's about a church and fire, based on what I'm just looking at the cover. And yeah. Sorry, I'm not gonna read the back of it because it's a long back. Excuse me. I mean, I don't mean like physically long, but like, or yeah, I do mean physically long. I don't mean like the back of the book is long, like I mean like the words are long. Never mind, I'm sorry. Let's just continue on, and I don't know if I have this one or not. I know I have a bunch of Al Sarantonio books. I'm saying his name right. I think I have Horrorween. I don't know if I have Halloween Land. So that's really cool to own. This one also has a long back, but it's Orangefield, which is no, I lived in Orange County, so that kind of reminded me of Orange County for a second there. This also has a long back, but I'm guessing it's about Halloween. The reason why I'm blasting through these, even though I read Don't F with the Colors, I didn't want to read the Headhunter or the Hearse because I knew it would take long, but the Don't F with the Colors doesn't have a long, Alright, cool. Another really good conditioned book. And that's Brian Smith's Soul Eater. Now, Brian Smith actually is a author that I've been wanting to check out for a long time. And, this is a cute little book. I like this. This is in great condition. This one actually has a shorter synopsis, so let me read this one for you guys. Beautiful, sexy, inhuman Jake McAllister knows that his brother Trey's new girlfriend is a bad influence, but he doesn't know that Myra's really after Trey's soul. Trey is just one of her new playthings, a pawn in her centuries-long game. One by one, Mira has seduced and enslaved the young men of the town. The women have joined her cult as eager priestesses, lured by promises of sex and power. But Mira's unholy plan is almost complete. Can one man hope to battle such a seductive evil? Will he be able to resist the Soul Eater? That is very cool. I actually am very, very excited to read this book. That is, again, I've never read Brian Smith before, so I'm excited to read him. So, yeah. And then the last book, I don't own this one either. And this one's in pretty good condition as well. He sent me a lot of good leisures. I think all of these were leisures. Yeah, all the small paperbacks were leisures. I don't know what the big one was. Something else. Maybe Rogue Moon. I have no idea. I can't read the publisher, but this is Brian Keene, and this is Ghost Walk. And I've only read one Brian Keene book, and I don't know. It was mixed feelings. Because I've read so many good coming of age stories, it just felt bland to me. And everyone told me that you need to give Brian Keene another chance. Like, even though one of my friends absolutely hates Brian Keene, but not on a reading level, it's on a personal level. So I don't know if Brian Keene's a good writer or not, but well, I do know he's a good writer, but at the same time, I wasn't really impressed by Ghoul that much. It was his version of a coming-of-age story. But I do own another Brian Keene book. It's a zombie book. I've been wanting to get into zombies soon. I don't know when I'm going to get into zombies. Maybe sometime after the Islands of Horror readathon. I'll probably jump into more zombie themed books. Maybe, I'm not sure, because I really want to write a zombie story myself, so it would be good to read other zombies novels. And I hear Brian Keene has a good one with what was it called? I think it's called The Rising. I'm not sure though. But this is The Ghost Walk by Brian Keene, and this one has a short synopsis too, so, well, I mean, it's shorter than the other ones. It's still not that short, but let me read this real quick, and then you guys can, yeah, the book I was thinking about is called The Rising. But let me read what this one's about. There are all kinds of legends about Lahorn's Hollow. Everything from ghosts to a goat man are said to haunt the woods. So it's the perfect place for Ken Ripple to set up his latest haunted attraction. Halloween is coming, and Ripple knows folks will come from miles around to walk down the spooky trail and get scared witless. But there's one thing Ripple hasn't accounted on. Those legends aren't just talk. Evil really does wait in the woods. Soon the unsuspecting customers will pay their money and get in line to die. That's Ghost Walk by Brian Keene. That actually sounds very interesting. That's not your average ghost story, I guess. I've always been afraid to review a Brian Keene book because I hear he's kind of sensitive. No offense if you are hearing this. I hear he's kind of a sensitive dude, so he takes reviews to heart, and it's really scary when authors do that, because, like, Edward Loren, for instance, his whole reputation got torn down because of Brian Keene, so that kind of scares me a little bit. But at the same time, I do want to read more by him, and Ghoul wasn't that bad. I did review Ghoul, and I think I gave Ghoul 3 stars. And I think it's like number 9 or 8 on my top 10 coming of age stories list. But that's besides the point. You can't base everyone's books on their first on one book. Like, you can't base an author solely on one book. Like, that's how you get bad judgments, or not judgments. That's how you get poor. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, you're not a reviewer if you review one book by an author and then say he's the greatest. Like, you know, I've read multiple books by Ronald Kelly, and that's how I know he's great. He's one of my favorite authors, and I want to be like him. I also have authors that I really want to check out, but that's besides the point. But I'll make the point anyways. Jack Ketchum is an author that I really want to check out, because I'm trying to write a Jack Ketchum-esque story, or a story like Jack Ketchum's. His stories were very real, and I don't know how many supernatural stories he actually wrote, But a lot of his are based on real life, and yeah, I have a story that is very Jack Ketchum like, and I haven't even read Jack Ketchum. Just I know how real he can be. So, but like my point is, don't judge an author based on one book. So, I'm going to read more by Brian Keene soon. And maybe I'll read this one because this one sounds very, very interesting. So that is it with the book mail. If I were to say which one I think is my favorite out of all these, at least the ones that my friend gave me, I would have to say Brian Smith's The Soul Taker sounds very interesting. But Ghost Walk by Brian Keene, I like the premise. So it's between those two books, Brian Smith and Brian Keene, which they both spell their name different, Brian and Brian. So that's pretty cool. But and then when it comes to the other book mail, obviously, Don't Fuck with the Colors is my favorite of those ones because it's signed. I'm looking very forward to reading this one. I tried to read a little bit of the beginning on my ebook or my Kindle app, but yeah, it starts off like a narration. It's really cool. It's like a screen script, you know? Or a screen script? Yeah, that's right. Like it says, fade in. White letters against black screen. Generic Films presents. Dissolve to. It is the middle of night. Or of the night. We open on a wide, 3-story, Rundbognistel style building. Rundbognistel building. Style building. Set dead center in the frame. The letters carved into the archway above the large front door read Harrington House Retirement Center. Narrator. Someone is killing the residents of Harrington House. And it just says cut to, and then it's narrator, then cut to, and then narrator looking woman, or nervous looking woman. And then it gets to actually the real story. The whole narrator thing really confused me at first, but it looks very interesting, and I can't wait to dive into this book. And that's Don't Fuck the Colors, or Don't Fuck with the Colors. I think I've been saying it wrong this whole time, but yeah, I found the cover really cool. I like the cover, so I had to buy the book. I really like the cover. I think it's cool. The gun, the girl, the mouth on her belly, the hands like stretching all over her legs. Like I just like this cover a lot. It looks very creepy. And it's signed, so that's really cool. This is going in my signed pile over there. But yeah, very happy with my book mail today. I did get 3 books. I was expecting 2 and I got 3. So that was really awesome. Tomorrow I should be expecting at least 2 books again. But I did get a lot. I did get a box full of books for my friend, which was really cool and nice of him. He didn't have to do that, but he did it. I don't know if he felt obligated because I've sent him 2 boxes already, but I'm very happy that he sent these books to me, especially ones that sound very entertaining. I'm gonna look up Halloween Land to see if that's like in a series and make sure that I can read that one before other ones, or if I have to read it first or last or what, I don't know. Then the Michael Lamo, I have no idea how to say his name. Fire's Rising, I should say. I'm gonna look that one up as well. So I'm gonna add all these to my must-read list. On Goodreads, or must-read list. Yeah, I said it right. And yeah. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know I'm having a great day. Even though I forgot to take my medicine, and then I took it late, and now I'm a little tired again. So it's almost time for me to take my second round. But I'm very, very happy with the haul I have today. I wonder if this is the same size as my book. or if it's a little bit taller. I think it might be a little bit taller. I'm very curious to see, because I like the size of this book. But this book's only 100 pages long. Or the story itself is only 100 pages long, it looks like. Let's see here. I'm not sure actually. It might be longer than 100 words. I don't know what this. It ends at 100 pages, and then there's like this night of the day, the celebrated folks. I don't know what that is. I think that's the ending, like an epilogue. So I think it actually ends at like 120 pages. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to read this book, obviously. I'm trying to see if this has chapters in it, or if it's like parts. Oh, it's parts, alright. Retrograde. Oh, this is gonna be such a cool book to read. I can't wait. I might read this version or I might not. I'm not really sure. I do have the ebook, so I'm not really entirely sure what I'm gonna do. But yeah, don't F with the colors, guys. That has been my video. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you have a spooky night. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.
Now I am become death, the destroyer